Good morning and welcome to Wake Up Legendary. It is Wednesday, August 24th, and we're live. My name is Matt, if you don't already know me. And every single day, Monday through Friday at 10 a.m. Eastern, we go live. We bring on a new guest, somebody who's making waves in our community, and we want to unpack a little bit about their story, their journey, and what got them to this point. And today, we're going to bring on somebody all the way from Sweden, and I'm excited to do that. And I'm excited to hear about Victoria's journey. For anybody who's here with us live this morning, you're tuning in on Facebook, you can all give us a little hand clap emoji just to welcome Victoria to the virtual stage. What's going
Hi,
on? How are you?
I'm good. I'm excited to be here. How are
Awesome.
you?
I'm excited
Yes.
that you're here.
Yeah,
Um,
that's good.
Tell us a little bit about where you're from and how you found legendary marketer of all companies, and tell us a little bit about your journey, your life.
Yeah. So I'm from Stockholm, Sweden, and I found Legendary Marketer through TikTok. I was scrolling on TikTok, and Andrea de la Flor came up on my For You page.
Cool.
Um, and I was like interested, and I thought, like, I need to try this. And I actually tried affiliate marketing before, but
Okay. What type, or like what did you do?
it was in 2019, and I I was like trying it, and I didn't have a lot of like information or knowledge or anything,
Sure.
so it didn't go very well. I was like I was like putting my link in different forums, and I was like banned everywhere because I couldn't do that. um,
Yes. Join the
and I
club. Join the club. I think we've all tried
Yeah.
that.
So I learned the hard way, and then I created a blog to post like reviews and stuff. And I actually think that might have been a little bit successful, but I like gave up pretty much right away because I didn't have the like right knowledge. I didn't know what I was doing. So
Okay.
yeah. And then later on I tried drop shipping. But like I did that for like half a year, like 6 months. But yeah, I wasn't like too successful with that either. And I didn't feel like it was the best like business model.
Yeah.
And then I took a break from that, and I was planning to start dropshipping again. And that's when I found like Legendary Marketer, and I just felt like this is so much better. I felt like,
Yeah.
um, and I finally like understood all the things that I did wrong with affiliate marketing in the first place. So yeah, that's the story.
Wow, cool, cool. Yeah, the whole, spamming your links all over on social media is sort of like, you come online and you're like, "Oh, I'm gonna try this like affiliate marketing thing," and then you're just like kind of just throwing things around on the
Yeah,
internet, like what's gonna work? Who knows?
yeah,
Um, Definitely been there before.
yeah.
Um, so when you engage the training and everything, well, first of all, for the most part in like Stockholm, for instance, like would you say most people are bilingual? They speak at least two languages? Like do most kids growing up in school there learn English?
Yeah, we learn English in school, and we also learn like Spanish,
Hmm.
German, or
Hmm.
like yeah, from the French language. I don't remember right now, but in English.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I knew that people were like in Sweden they know English, but I still was
Mhm.
like unsure if it was gonna work. Like, could I do the marketing here? Do I have
Sure.
to do it in like the US or Canada or something else? So that was kind of like a big hesitation why I didn't like. I was like hesitant to start because I didn't know if
Mm.
it was going to work in Sweden. Um, but also I saw like there was a demand for it, and I'm from Sweden and I want to learn how to make money online. So I thought that must mean other people in Sweden also want to learn. Yeah, and I was right. So
And you
it
were
all
right.
worked out. Yeah, and I
Yeah.
think like also I think in any like country people do want to learn how to make money online. So
Yeah.
it's not only in like English speaking countries or in the US or Canada.
Yeah. Wow. Good point. Oh, I'm so happy that you're on the show today. And here's why. I get a lot of people who will come to me and they say, "Hey, I'm in Australia, or I'm in South Africa, or I'm in New Zealand, or I'm in." A lot of times it's like the UK, or well, even just any random European country. Um, then they'll say to me something like this. They'll say, "Hey, I want to post videos on TikTok and stuff, but all the only people who are seeing my stuff, the only people who are seeing it are people from my own country, and that's just not going to work."
Yeah,
And so they have this sort of limiting belief that there's people out there who will consume their products
yeah,
or purchase from them. And I think you're kind of breaking that mold, and you might be one of the first people that I've seen who've kind of just been like, you know what, screw it. I'm not going to
yeah,
worry about who's seeing my videos or where they're from or whatever. Because you actually put all of the all your TikTok and stuff is not in English, right?
no, yeah, it's in Swedish.
Yeah.
And I don't know a lot of like affiliate marketers that are Swedish, and a lot of people like DM me saying like, do you know other like Swedish YouTubers that are affiliate marketers or something? And I actually don't know. So
Hmm.
it also means that it's much less competition.
Yeah. That's
So
exactly what I tell people.
yeah, so I don't think you should be afraid to like start even in your own country and your own language, because a lot of people like in Sweden, if you have someone is doing affiliate marketing in your own country in your own language, it can be easier to like trust that person than if it's a person in another language or another like country.
Yes. Well,
So
it's
yeah,
so true. That's exactly what I tell people is just like, look, you might not be able to have quite the reach of if you, let's say you're just sitting in the middle of America
yeah,
and you can literally market to seemingly like 300 million people
yeah,
versus, I don't know the exact, like what, like 5 to 10 million in Sweden, something like that.
yeah. I think it's 10 million.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Um, so you might not have quite the organic sort of big, massive reach of people, but you
Yeah,
also don't have like, 5 million other people who are posting and trying to compete with you and, all of that. So
yeah, exactly.
that's a good outlook. That's a good
Yeah,
outlook.
and like I know like people have been talking this on the show before, but like views and likes and stuff isn't the most important thing. Like it's you
Mm.
can have like 200K followers or something, but are people actually like gonna buy from you or not?
Yeah, totally. And so with your social, you've got like 6,000 ish followers.
Yeah,
And you've definitely had a few videos that they've gone really viral. You've got a lot of views on them, and
yeah,
then some that haven't. But the interesting thing to me is with 6,000 followers, you've got a lot of videos that do have a lot of views,
yeah,
like tens of thousands of. You have a lot of views on your channel overall. You have 60,000 likes across your whole channel. Um, which I think is super smart and super cool that you've sort of doubled down on posting the videos in Swedish, because you're right. That is an accurate marketing strategy and analysis of sort of your channel is like, I'm going to double down on this because there ain't nobody else around who's even
yeah,
like playing ball with me. It's
yeah,
like, yeah, that's so smart. Um, when you started creating this channel, so is part the way that you said that you said, it's maybe not all about the big numbers of followers, which I think is true. What actually I know is true, because you've got leads flowing through every single day.
yeah,
um, you have to be doing the numbers that you're doing.
yeah,
And with your channel, do you find that it's easy to connect with people? Are people more or less hesitant to buy something from you online as sort of an affiliate marketer? Like, is it pretty easy? Are you messaging people? Like, how are you making connections with people?
Yeah, like a lot of people come through my DM on my Instagram because I have my Instagram linked in my TikTok bio.
Ah,
So it's easier to also like connect on Instagram because like it's easier to write and stuff. So I get like a lot of DMs like every day, and I just connect with them and help them. And yeah, it's also like cool to like be able to help people and hear like how they get started and yeah, how it's going for them. So I have like a few followers that have been with me from the start, and they reach out and like, yeah, I watched you grow from from this time, and yeah, it's really fun.
wow.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's cool because I think that I've sat on webinars. All right, so I feel like I didn't speak this into existence, but it's just cool that this is beginning to happen, and you're one of the first people I've seen do it. But I've sat on webinars on our Thursday Business Blueprints webinars, and
yeah,
even sometimes on these Wake Up Legendary shows for the last 2 years. And what I've told people is they've said, hey, I typically speak German, but I'm trying to do this in English. It doesn't seem to be growing that fast. And
yeah,
I said, you should just speak to your audience. Like you should just speak directly to them, speak in German or speak
yeah,
in French. And you should just speak directly to them. And don't worry about anything else. Just worry about creating connections and building your audience, and then figure out the rest of it later.
yeah,
If you're finding that it doesn't convert with your audience, well, don't assume it's not going to convert until you try. And then
yeah,
what'll happen is you've got such little competition in your country. Now, see, listen, how we're just talking about this, and now everybody in America is like, oh yeah, you're right, it's oversaturated in America. And see, I need to move to Sweden and learn Swedish so I can not compete with everybody. It's so funny how we do that mental game. But no, I tell them go do that, and you won't have any competition around, and it's just
yeah,
going to be you talking. And what'll happen is you'll likely become pretty famous on the platform. People will really look to you as like, wow, you are on the very cusp of something that's like we've sort of heard murmurings about, but no one's actually done it and set the example for us.
yeah,
And it's sort of like I compared it once to tech, like they call it being an early adopter. It's a thing with like people with technology or like electric cars. There's like the creation of it, and then as it goes up, the early adopters are people who like to do things before the mass public.
yeah,
They all buy electric cars and iPhones and all of that stuff, the new technology. And then
yeah,
once it gets to a tipping point up here, that's when the mass market sort of gravitates towards it, right? And
yeah,
that's when most of the sales and revenue for these types of companies are done. But in the early stages, these are the people who get really rich because they've spent all the time developing, building audiences, selling product, learning the market. And then by the time it's here, everybody else is trying to flood and capture a little bit of that, but it's too late. The people down here who were in early, who got in early, to use an MLM term,
yeah,
who got in early are actually the people who have developed their product, have a great product. They've got feedback from the market, and they've built an audience. So when it comes, you're already ready. So
yeah,
I just think it's super smart what you're doing. That's what I'm trying to say.
yeah. Thank you. And I also
um,
had to like just try like jump for the cliff, jump off the cliff, or what do you say? Uh, because I didn't see a lot of like other Swedish affiliates, so I just had to like try it out. Like, is this gonna work? Let's try and see.
yeah,
Basically,
yeah. When you're creating your content and stuff, I'm curious if you're selling products that are in English, do you do anything or say anything to make that clear, or do you just let people discover that? Because my guess is they're going to figure it out pretty dang quick.
yeah. Like with my content, I do either like tips on how to make money online, like a video showing how to make money online, and it can be like different stuff, or I do like just like relatable content, and then I tell people like DM me if you want to know more. about what I do. And then people DM me, and then I explain like, hey, I do affiliate marketing. Do you know anything about that? And we start like having a conversation. And
Okay.
I like, yeah, that's basically how I do it.
Yeah, that's cool. What
Yeah.
a skill to be able to take somebody, man, that's brilliant and genius on so many levels. I was like, I was gonna go like look at some of your content and try to like be like, oh, cool, let's check out. And I was like, I don't even know what the hell this says. I was like,
Yeah.
well, okay, I won't. Um, so
Yeah.
I feel like in terms of how long ago did this channel, when did you start this channel on TikTok?
I started the TikTok channel in the end of May.
Okay. So not that
Yeah.
long.
Yeah,
And
not a
you've
lot.
also got an Insta, you've got Pinterest. So you're kind of working on all these different platforms and you're developing, what we would call like an omnipresent.
Yeah,
But it
exactly.
seems like TikTok has been sort of your main best thing. Is that right?
Yeah, that's right. I
Okay.
also have like a Pinterest, and that one is in English. And
Oh,
also, I do like YouTube shorts, and those are in English because I did it in Swedish first, but then I noticed like most people seeing them are like English speaking.
got it.
So then I switched. So I have like two different like funnels, one in Swedish and one
Hmm.
in English.
Wow. Geez. Wow. That's cool. That's super cool. And so with your, by the way, just as a total aside note, I'm hearing murmurings that YouTube Shorts are really starting to pick up. So
Yeah.
definitely, if you're not seeing growth, or for anybody who's watching, if you're not seeing growth on YouTube Shorts, um, first of all, don't stop because algorithms change a lot. And one day you might wake up to a 5 million views on your YouTube short and you could be off and running. But the second part to that is, I'm hearing murmurings that YouTube Shorts are starting to really go viral, which just means if you're not getting views, keep going, but also consider, maybe do some research. Do some research on what are other people doing on YouTube Shorts. Are there other people who are getting a lot of views on YouTube Shorts? What are they doing? And do a little bit of investigation. Sometimes people just assume that everything they learn in the training is everything that they need to do, but not every time, not all the time is it just you go through a training and then you implement it and that's it. You're done.
Yeah.
To a certain extent, like in a business model, that might be true, but when it comes down to little algorithms like the YouTube short algorithm, you might need to do a little investigative homework and be an engineer and kind of figure out, okay, what that person just posted that yesterday, is this working really well? Is it not? What's going on? So anyway, just keep going on YouTube because
Yeah.
odds are they're going to figure it out just like Facebook and TikTok did, and it'll probably have its moment where it goes really viral.
Yeah.
I don't think it has yet, but I think it's getting there. So.
Yeah.
What do you do for TikTok content creation? Like when you go and create content, are you making videos like like 2 or 3 times a day, once a day? What do you what are you doing?
I bulk create content, so I like shoot content for like a few hours or something till I
Mm,
have like a lot of videos, and then I post them like 3 times a day. I did that for the first like 2 months, and now I post maybe once or twice a day.
okay.
And I haven't really noticed a difference, but I think it's important to have like 3 times a day in the beginning, so the like TikTok algorithm can learn like who to show your content for.
Bingo.
Yeah, and I also think it's important to like try a lot of different types of content in the beginning and see what takes off.
Cool.
Like, don't just post the same like type of video.
Good point. Good point. Especially in the beginning, and even just as you go. I've
Yeah,
seen people who's it's little things. It's experimenting. It's playing around. Different channels respond different ways. Different places in the world, people's channels will act differently. But I've seen people with big channels. They felt like they were shadow banned for a little bit, and
yeah,
all they did different the only thing they did different is they stopped posting hashtags.
Yeah.
They removed all their hashtags from their posts and it started growing again.
Yeah.
And sometimes in that growth stage, you've just got to try posting at different times during the day, try removing hashtags, try adding hashtags, try,
Yeah.
and kind of just try everything. That's it. That sounds, to a lot of people, that sounds like a lack of strategy, like throwing
Yeah.
spaghetti at the wall. But in the social media world, the algorithms are so complex and so nuanced that
Yeah.
you actually have to throw a bit of spaghetti at the wall and try a lot of things to
Yeah.
really like start to it's like this matrix, that you're trying to
Yeah.
figure out, like, how does this all work? And you've got to just chuck a lot of stuff at it and see what happens and see what sticks, and then kind of be like, oh, something stuck over here, let's go look at that, right?
Yeah.
Did I do
Like
that?
test different stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I also like split test my funnels like all the time to see if just keep on testing stuff.
Yeah, makes sense. It makes
Yeah.
sense. The yeah, I think a lot of times people will say all of marketing is a test, right? And
Yeah.
some people who say that because they don't know what they're talking about. So, but the truth really is, for instance, we run ads on TikTok right now as a
Yeah.
company, and when we run ads on TikTok, we don't like, we'll put out stuff that we just feel like is gonna work, and it just flops, and it's just
Yeah.
like, all the pieces add up for this to work. Everything I know
Yeah.
about marketing, this should work, and it just doesn't work. And
Yeah.
then we try one weird random thing, like we'll stitch together a video or something, and it's like, oh, okay, maybe this will work, and it blows up. And
Yeah.
it just seems like there's no real rhyme or reason, but it just works. And
Yeah.
it is very true. I think the best marketers in the world know that. They know that you have to test things against what you assume might work or what you assume is working. Because once you discover how to pull, we call it, like, when we meet as a staff, we call this like pulling big levers, right?
Yeah.
So rather than trying little tiny things, what are the big levers you can test and pull to see if we can increase our conversions by 1% or 2%? And at scale, that's a lot.
Yeah.
Have you found, when you first got going, have you found, or did you find that it was easy or hard to create content? What was that process like? Were you on social media creating content before this?
Yeah, I think I always had an interest for creating content, like taking photos, editing photos. I had like my personal like Instagram. But then when I was going like to start affiliate marketing, I didn't want to show my face. Like that was the first thing I asked my business plan advisor, like, do I have to show my face? Because I really don't want to. And he
Sure.
was like, no, you don't have to. But then like I thought about it a lot, and I just realized like I have to stop caring about what other people think, because I was scared like people would think I'm
Mhm.
cringe, or what are she doing? What is she doing?
So cringy.
Yeah, I was scared of being cringe, but then I realized I could be cringe. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I stopped caring about what other people think, and I just like did it. Went out of my comfort zone, and yeah, it paid off. So I'm grateful that I did.
Cool. That's
Yeah.
amazing.
But then
Um,
like coming up with content, I didn't find it like too hard, because I am very creative and I think it's really fun to create content. So yeah.
Super cool. And some of that creativity, that can really, I don't know. I think that that's just a really cool thing. You
Yeah.
can, spark a lot of creativity that maybe you didn't know you had.
Yeah,
And,
exactly.
um,
Like in
and
the beginning, I was a bit creative, but then the more content I created, the more ideas came as well. So even if you're not a super creative person, when you get like the creative juices flowing, you just get more and more ideas. So that's really fun as well.
it is, even like for me, somebody who's introverted and stuff, it's sort of like a challenge against myself sometimes, where I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, I bet I could do this. I think I could do this. I bet I could do that better than them, you know,
Yeah.
yeah, I just and there's such a beauty in stretching yourself and pushing your boundaries and discovering what's possible or what you could possibly create. That's what I love about this business in particular. Like it's something that's centered around, you know, like in affiliate marketing, a lot of it's centered around creating great content.
Yeah.
That's majority of how referral marketing works. And and there's something really powerful about, you know, just you haven't worked a job for a long, like not decades or whatever, but there's people out there who have worked a 9 to 5 job for 15 years and then they discover affiliate marketing and they start creating
Yeah.
content. It's like, holy smokes, like I have all this creativity I never knew about,
Yeah.
never ever gave the light of day. Um, Man, that's cool.
Yeah.
And I agree with you as you get going. I'm super introverted. And when I got started making videos and stuff 10 years ago or however long that was, it was abysmal. I mean, it
Yeah.
was laughable. And over time, you know, I discovered, wow, like I can connect to people.
Yeah.
I have a way with sort of connecting with people on a real level where they feel safe and comfortable and they enjoy listening to me and stuff.
Yeah.
And so that was a powerful realization.
Yeah.
I have a gift. I have something that I felt like was a weakness that turned out to be a huge gift, and and I think that happens a lot in our community.
Yeah. That's actually what I like too, because when I watched like the Wake Up Legendaries, I saw other people like that were also like maybe not super like extroverted and
Mm,
also like shy and stuff. And I wouldn't say I'm super shy, but yeah, a little bit shy maybe.
sure.
So it was just like nice to like connect and see that there are other people like you.
Yeah, it's such a great feeling.
Yeah.
It's I don't know what that is exactly, but it's a really great feeling just to know, like, oh yeah, there's other people, not just like me, but other people like me who have been successful, right?
Yeah.
And have sort of like set the bar, and I can go chase that and find that
Yeah.
myself too.
Because often you think like, yeah, they can do it, but I can't because of this and this and this. But when you see someone that's like similar to you and they did it, then you know like I can do it too.
Yep,
Yeah, so
totally.
you just gotta believe in yourself.
Yep. Well, that's really it. You
Yeah.
have to believe in yourself. You have to have a little bit of a good mentor of mine told me once when I was getting started. We were kind of just talking about, you know, my personality and you know, could I make it in as an entrepreneur, right? And we
Yeah.
were just kind of I was having a lot of self-doubt and he was just kind of entertaining the idea and he was like, you
Yeah.
know, like you might, you know, you might just have just enough ego to make it, you know,
Yeah.
just enough internal belief. It seems like there's something deep inside of you that believes, you know, you're worth it and you could do it and you believe in yourself. There's some little thing that's willing to bet on yourself. And that's a powerful voice to like listen to and give air to and allow it to breathe and expand and you know, kind of let it sit down in the room with you and look at it and be like, all right, can I really do this? And let that
Yeah.
voice sort of say, you know, yeah, dude, like you're great. Like you could
Yeah.
do this. Yeah, that's powerful.
Yeah.
That's
The more
cool.
like positive things you think, you also like attract more positivity and like it starts to grow. And when you get like over the first like step or obstacle, it all becomes easier and easier.
It does. Right, right, right. It's sort of like you're running down like you're in track and field and you're running the hurdles.
Yeah.
And the first hurdle's a big one, like a huge one.
Yeah.
And then the second one's a little bit lower, and then a little bit lower, and then a little, you know, and
Yeah.
suddenly you realize that the whole game is just jumping over hurdles.
Yeah.
You're like, when are the hurdles going to end? And then you're just like, okay, the hurdles never end,
Yeah.
and this is my life now. And the hurdles, and that alone just helps the hurdles go down in size a little bit. And you're like, okay, I
Yeah.
can
You
just
get used
run
to
and
it.
kind of glide over these things.
Yeah. You get used to it. So it becomes easier.
Yeah, yeah. Wow, Victoria, this is really powerful, and I'm really happy and thankful that you decided to come on the show, and we're pumped about your success, and everything that you're doing online is incredible. I'd like to share, if it's okay with you, if I share your TikTok and Instagram
Yeah,
so
of
people can
course.
go follow you. Okay. Um, do you
They
have
are in
any?
Swedish, though.
Yeah, that's cool. I would actually love and prefer that. I want people to go see how much success you're having, just marketing products that are sold in English
Yeah,
to countries that their main language, their native language is not English. Like that's
yeah.
incredible, actually. Um, do you have any final words for people who are here watching who maybe are getting started and a little bit skeptical or a little hesitant, or they're like, oh man, I don't know if I can create videos. What would you say to those people?
I would say believe in yourself and don't have like limiting beliefs. Like
Mm,
anything can happen if you just try, and don't stay in your comfort zone. Like take risks and try to like learn as much as possible and just grow and have fun.
yes. Have fun, like make it a little bit of fun. Everybody approaches this like, oh my god, this is,
Yeah,
oh, I'm so stressed out, and it's like, hey, like let's try to have a little fun here. Let's make this like what is life about if not to have a little bit of fun and enjoy it, right?
yeah,
Well, that's cool. And also, if you're in your early 20s, I love that advice. I love that advice for anybody at any age, but especially for the people who are young here. It's like, take I would echo that too. I'm 33, but I got started around 22, and I took a lot of dumb risks, a
yeah,
lot, and lost a lot of money. But you know what? Every penny that I lost, or that I felt like I lost, wasn't really lost. It was I put it out into the world, and hoped that it would come back, because I
yeah,
was learning skills and I felt like I was building something and figuring some shit out. And it did. It
yeah.
later on it did, and that's how the world usually works, is when you start really building some skills, doors and opportunities open you didn't know existed.
Yes,
And taking big risks, like you said, is part of that. It's sort of betting on yourself and saying, I can figure this out. Not taking dumb cryptocurrency risks.
no,
We're talking like taking risk is in betting on yourself. Like,
yeah,
I'm going to figure this out. I'm going to build some skills. I'm going to become valuable. And in return, usually success follows that. So,
yeah.
wow, cool.
Exactly.
Victoria, man, great to meet you. And here's what I'd love for you to do. In a couple months, 2 months, 3 months down the road or something, reach back out to Roxy and say, hey, I'm still going, still
Yeah,
killing it. I'd love to come back on the show and share kind of an update of where I'm at, because we'd love to have you back on.
yeah. Thanks so much for having me. It was so
Cool.
fun.
Awesome. See ya.
See ya. Bye.
All right, everybody, go follow Victoria. It's her username is TJANA online. So it's simple. It's on TikTok and it's on Instagram. TJANA online, and give her a follow. And also, go comment on a couple of her videos and just say, hey, look, love what you're putting out. Saw you on Wake Up Legendary, and wish her well. And for everybody who's still here with us live, we go live every single Monday through Friday at 10 a.m. Eastern. You can tune in and hear these types of stories of people who found our training. As Victoria said earlier in the interview, was posting her links randomly to forums, and just kind of spamming her link on social media, found our training, and it connected the dots about how to go online and actually attract people to her, rather than trying to go out and spam people with her business. And that's what we teach, is how to do real marketing and transferable skills that you can put into any industry and any business. So go give Victoria a follow, and we'll be back here tomorrow, 10 a.m. Eastern, same time, same place. We always go live from our Facebook page. You can find us at Legendary Marketer on our Facebook page, and make sure you tune in.